Last week we had a meeting with the production team, and not all of you were able to make it, so I wanted to get some help and put together a quick video to just kind of cover what we talked about last week. And so just enjoy this, and I will fill you in here in just a couple minutes. First, 2018 was a fantastic year for the production team. We saw more people joining the ministry team. There's a lot of new faces back there right now. We also saw people training people, which I love seeing that. If someone wanted to join the team, I was like, hey, just show up on Sunday or Wednesday night and there'll be someone there and you can start learning. And you guys have done awesome at not just learning, but also passing it on to other people. One of the things is our online attendance. Because the quality of production has gone up, our online attendance has actually gone up drastically. Before we moved into the new building on January of 2018, we were having about 30 people on average on our online services. And now, this last weekend, we had 200 people join and watch us online, which is pretty awesome. And that is a huge thanks to what you are doing and the efforts and the sacrifice that you're making for Crossroads. Probably one of my favorite things that's happened over this past year is, I'm on stage a lot of times leading worship, and I can't always get to things and fix them. And I see them though, and I see the chaos happening. And what's awesome is, and this is probably my favorite thing, is when there's a fire and you guys figure it out without my help. And it's just so great to see you guys not just sitting there pushing a button, but also learning the intricacies and figuring out how to solve problems and all that, and working as a team together. And I think it's just so great. So one of the things that we often lose sight of with production is we get so into the weeds that we lose sight of the big picture. What you're doing on the production team is actually helping people hear about Jesus. What you're doing is changing lives for the kingdom, and I don't want you to ever forget about that. In fact, down below there is a link to a video that we showed the other night, and this is the guy that produces the TV show The Voice. And he talks about how what he's doing and the millions of people that watch and tune in to the work that he's doing does not have the same importance of what happens week to week with what you guys are doing. And so I want you to if you got the time, to check out that interview and watch that. I think it's a great thing, lots to learn from that. One of the things that we did last week was pass out just a little questionnaire for everybody. Just some basic information about who you are, where you serve, but also where you want to go. We're trying to figure out how to make 2019 a better year than 2018. And so I don't have a paper to give to you, but I do have an online form that you can fill out if you just look down below in the notes. So there's the notes for a link to the video. There's also a link to the questionnaire. And if everybody could fill that questionnaire out, it would be greatly appreciated. One of the other things that we did last week was pass out a questionnaire and had everybody fill it out. Now, I don't have paper to give you right now. I can't magically come out of the screen and hand that to you, but I do have an online form created. And if you look down in the show notes, underneath where the link to the video that I just talked about is, you can click that, and I'm asking everybody on the production team to fill out this survey. It helps us to just make sure that the information that we have for your email and phone and all that is up to date. Also, we'd love to know if there's any place that you want to learn and grow in as well. So please fill that out. If you don't do anything else from this video, please fill out that form. With that being said, we had a great year, but there's still a long ways to go. I would say in 2018 was our year of learning. We moved into this new facility. There was lots of new hardware. We were trying to figure it out. Well, I think we have a pretty good understanding. Now we're in a season of growth and of playing around and of experimenting and just having fun with it. And so this year we really just want to see more excellence happen with everything that we're doing. Part of that is we actually want to add 3 new positions to the production team. One of those is a producer. We already have a producer on a lot of weekends, but it's not always there. And so we want to make that more solid and always have a producer. We also want to have someone that's always watching the live stream and managing that, being able to talk to people that are joining us online, especially live on Sunday morning. And then the third position is a stagehand, someone behind the scenes, behind the curtain, to help out with moving stuff on stage, which making sure people know their cues and all that. And so those are the three positions that we want to be adding this year. And if that's something that you might be interested in helping out with and doing, please let us know in that survey that there's a link for below. With that being said, we want to continue to grow the team. You can always invite your friends and your family. You don't even need to ask me about it. Just show up one day and say, hey, Mick, I brought a friend with me and they're going to sit with me and just kind of see what goes on. Awesome. Do it. Totally. So that's one way, probably the best way that we can grow our team and essentially grow our production family. The other thing is we want to get better at what we do. And so we want to have time where we get together and we really look at like how to run Jans Vista. What's Jans Vista? That's the light program that we use. And so if you run lights, but you didn't know that Jans Vista is our light program, maybe it's like, well, you know what? I think I want to learn how to run that a little deeper. Or maybe you want to learn how to build slides in ProPresenter, or how the video board works, or whatever it is. We want to try to get things to the next level, and part of that is just showing you and teaching you and discovering for ourselves, because I don't know everything, and there's so much to learn and expand on all those. And if you want to be a part of that process, please let us know. So one of the other things that we're going to be implementing is having a checklist for every position, whether it's Sunday morning or Sunday night. And this is just a really easy way to make sure that we're not missing anything and double checking all sorts of different things. And so those lists are going to be there soon. We got to get those completed, but know that they're coming soon. They're going to be split into 3 different sections. Pre-service, and that'll be things that happen when you first get there to make sure is ready to go. For example, making sure that the slides are all in order and there's no typos. Okay, so that's one thing. Also, we're going to have during service. What are some things to watch for during service that you may or may not come into counter with? And then after service, before you leave for the day, can you do this, this, or this? And so those will be coming soon. And the great thing about that is if someone sits down and you want to show them what's happening, you have a clear list of being like, well, here's what we may have to do. This is how to do it. Here's what we need to do. This is how we do it, and so on. So know that that's coming. But we have so much fun together. I love serving with all of you. In fact, when the weather gets warm, I want to have a time where we all get together, maybe do a big cookout, and just get together and celebrate. So be looking for that here in the near future once the warm weather finally gets here. So thank you so much for all you do. Know that what you're doing is not just making my life better, but you're also having a kingdom impact and helping people connect with Christ. Thank you, and God bless.